Want to hear
Thank you.
from you more. Man, listen, this has been a common theme. People have been telling us more, more, more. We want more. Look, we're trying our hardest to give it to you guys, okay? We're going to give you
And we blame this man right here.
Shout out to Hendo. Appreciate you. Yes, he's the one that started that trend. As soon as he said that word more, then it just got repeated around. But our man Tony Hendo says, happy 1 year anniversary. Appreciate you, Tony. Man, shout out to you.
Tony.
Yes, indeed. All right, look. Guys, Lamar Jackson is back. All right. He posted a video himself today working out with Rashad Bateman and some other people. All right. Mm-hmm. He's back out there. Look, man, he looked like Lamar Jackson. He looked great throwing the ball. He looked like there was no ailment from his ankle, right? He was moving around pretty well. And look, man, he made do on his promise. He said, "Look, I'm gonna put in the work this off season, like he does every off season." Yes. He said in a earlier tweet, or a previous tweet, I should say, that 2022 he's coming for everything. All right.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Lamar is the type of person. He says what he means. He means what he says. All right. I have no doubts, no worries about Lamar Jackson whatsoever. Lamar always puts in the work. Lamar always shows up prepared. The only question is this Ravens organization going to show up prepared? Are they going to put in the work this offseason?
Well, I don't think that's the only question. I have another question. Why don't the Ravens fans want the Ravens organization to show up prepared? Because all I see on Twitter these days is, man, we got to draft an edge rusher at 14.
Yeah,
I saw somebody say draft an edge rusher at 14 and an interior D lineman in the second round. Yeah. Like, y'all, not y'all specifically, but some of y'all want Lamar to die back there.
Hey, hold on a second. We got another donation from Suge. I should have mentioned too. If you guys want to support like Suge and Hendo, there are two ways you can do that. One's right below $LBHT show. That's our Cash App. Also, that pinned link in the comments that will take you to our Streamlabs. You can leave a tip there. Either way, you just leave a donation, leave a comment, and you'll get a message right there on the screen. We'll read it. All right. And I'll bring it right back on the screen so you guys can see it. Okay. Suge says, I remember coming into the stream and seeing Ravens fan talk about how my Steelers beat the Ravens. Oh, Lord. Yes, Suge is a Steelers fan. And I remember thinking this will be the first and last time watching the stream. Almost a year, and I'm still here. Proud to be part of the LBHT crew. Yes, and shout out to Suge, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out to Suge, Hendo, Davon, everybody who's a part of the crew, everybody who subscribes. You know, it's a very special group and community that we're building here. And, you know, it wouldn't be the same without you guys. So thank you.
At all. Yes, thank you. You guys make it. Look, I've been saying it a lot recently, and I mean it, man. Right now we're a crew. Soon we'll be an army. All right? Yeah. So what are they going to do to help Lamar, who is putting in this work and trying to make his improvements? Because we always talk about, what Lamar needs to do to get better. That's what we always hear, right? We always hear, oh man, you know, like he needs to work on this type of throw. He needs to, you know, he needs to throw wide receivers open. He needs to do this. He needs to do that. What does the organization need to do? Yes, Rock You Son Boy says O-line. Yes,
sir.
Yes. If they don't do anything else this offseason, improve the O-line. If they don't do anything else, improve the O-line. I don't want to hear anything about edge rushers. I don't want to hear anything about D tackles or safeties and none of that. Protect the man. That's all. Protect them. Nitro says get Akeem Hicks as a free agent, and first 2 picks should be tackles. Yes.
Well, you know, I mean, look, I would obviously not be opposed to Akeem Hicks playing in Baltimore. But then, you know, you got to go through the whole exercise of opening up cap room because Baltimore is sitting right now at about 8.6, 8.7 million in cap room, which, you know, it's one of those things, right? Because Baltimore, I know we're going to talk about this later, but Baltimore, they never have a good enough roster and they never have any money.
Right.
How?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's something Carolina's gone through as well. So, you know.
So I kind of want to talk about, you know, look, we haven't discussed too much Lamar these last few weeks with everything that's been talked about in terms of him, his contract and things like that. Now, if you're concerned about his contract situation, if you're concerned that, hey, there's a possibility we don't get him signed, good. Good. That fear should be in your head that, hey, man, we might lose like the by far the most talented quarterback we've ever had in this franchise, one of the best players in the league, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. That fear should be in your head, and you should be putting pressure on this organization to get the deal done, right? Yeah. Lamar, no, I was gonna say like people think Lamar's dumb, right? They don't come out and say it, right? They're trying to talk around it. They think he is not an intelligent person. Yeah. Right? They're like, oh, him and his mom, they don't have an agent, and they're gonna mess this up. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. Oh, he turned down all this money. Yeah, because he's going to get the money. That's not a question. How much more money is he going to get? Right? Yeah. I just saw he liked to tweet about Derek Carr expected to get $40 million per year.
That's just because he's happy for Derek. That's nothing to do with his situation.
But the fact is, if Derek Carr is expected to get $40 million,
yeah,
what are we talking about?
And listen, man, shout out to Derek Carr. Like, we've been somewhat rough on Derek. I mean, I like Derek. I think he's a good player, but man, congratulations on that extension he's about to land.
Yeah. $40 million, happy for him. Right, but he ain't Lamar.
No, he's not. And if he's getting $40 million, which again, man, congrats to Derek. If he's getting 40, Lamar needs to start the conversation at 43, 44. Somewhere in there. Because I know you're shaking your head. He's much better than Derek Carr and everything, but the teams don't tend to go too much over like the top players, right?
Yeah.
So. I mean, he should get more than that, but if he's at 40, the conversation begins around 44 for Lamar. And if you're not talking that, then what you're talking about is him playing on the franchise tag, and like Ferris said, just robbing you for extra money every year and then leaving.
Look, I was saying from last offseason, if I'm Lamar, I want $50 million per year.
Well, that's the rumor about Kyler Murray, right? He wants 50 to 55, and people kind of laughed at it, but he's going to get it. He's not up for contract yet. And, there's going to be several deals between now and when Kyler gets his money, and he's going to get over 50.
And it's expected, the salary cap is expected to blow up over the next couple of years. Fred Taylor, he's on the pivot now, but when he was on I Am Athlete, he had mentioned that, and he's connected on these, former players. And he said, you got it on good authority, on good word, that in the next few years, that salary cap is going to explode. So I think Kyler knows this. I think Lamar knows this, right? Mm-hmm. 40 million, that's nice. 45 is better. 50 is even better.
Yeah, that's why you've had several players recently, Russell Wilson, and there was talks with Pat Mahomes as well, talking about getting deals that are not, X number of dollars per year, but rather a percentage of the salary cap, because they do know it is going to explode. And when it does, even Pat Mahomes' contract is going to look relatively small, compared to what's available at that point. But, if you're Baltimore, man, Lamar Jackson's the most important player in that franchise's history, period.
Yeah.
And it's because of the position he plays. He is one of the best players they've ever had, but it's because of the position he plays. And right now, his cap number for the coming season is 23.1. You need cap room, and you need Lamar there. So I don't understand what the front office is playing around, or why they're playing around and not getting this done. An extension for Lamar brings that cap number down significantly. It gives you more money to play with this season, and it locks up the most important player your team has ever had for the long term.
Yes.
And, if they're coming in lowballing Lamar and trying to go cheap like we know they do with other players, it just shows you more and more that they're out of touch with the reality of the NFL in 2022.
Yeah, look, Eric DaCosta, kind of hinted that it's on Lamar, like he's trying to reach out to him, but Lamar is kind of working at his own pace, and he's just like, we'll work at his pace is the words he said. Yeah. And I hate when teams do that. when they try to put the onus on the player. There's a number that you can hit where Lamar will sign right now. There is.
Yeah.
There absolutely is.
And I'm sure he's told you that number.
That's my thing, right? And it's not some ridiculous number. It's what he deserves, right? I'm saying 50. I'm sure he said less than 50. I'm sure he said something less than 50. Maybe he said 46, 47, right? If that's the case, no problem. But if he said 50, if he said 50, give him 50.
Yeah.
Give him 50. You're not going to let him walk. Give it to him. Because you know what's going to happen? He'll come back. He'll play this last year. He'll play great. And then he's going to be like, now I want 55. And you're going to have to give it to him. Dak got hurt. Dak held out. Got franchised. Broke his leg. And he's like, now pay me more. And they gave it to him.
Right.
And they gave it to him. Lamar will get his money. He's not dumb. He knows exactly how to play this game.
And if Baltimore wants to be dumb, he'll get it from someone else.
Yeah. Yes. I know King Bird. He says I forgot. We forgot Prochet. Forgot to mention Prochet. Right.
No, he didn't.
Look. I have Horace Torres saying the same thing. Where the Prochet hate now? Where the Prochet hate now again? Tell me how Prochet is not good again.
He's not good.
He's not good. Like
I mean, why do y'all keep throwing down that challenge? Like we won't just say it to you again and make you angry again. He has 200 yards for his career.
Look, man. Look, we're not gonna go down that road.
Shout out to that. Oh, okay. All right. I was gonna say shout out to our guy Big Reg. He hit us in the DMs on Twitter. He sent us a Prochet highlight clip.
He did.
I'm like, man, we saw these clips when he was coming
We watched
out.
them in college. Like, we saw the we didn't watch
I said at the time, I thought he was going to be better than Duvernay. I liked his potential more than Duvernay.
See, man,
it hasn't worked out like that.
Hold on, man. Look, Ferris and Suge are trying to derail this show, man, with their donations, man. Shout out to y'all. Fun fact: our very first LBHT show featured Suge and Ferris, right? And they are here tonight, and they dropping some dough. Suge says, also, I thought this podcast was only supposed to be 30-minute episodes. What happened? Also, B is a star and a bully.
Wow.
So it was supposed to be a 30-minute podcast, audio podcast. That was the thought process when we that's why the name Lunch Break Hot Take was made, because I thought of it on my lunch break, and I was like, yeah, man, like a 30-minute podcast that people can listen to on their lunch break. And we have never done a 30-minute podcast. And we've never done a show at lunchtime. We think we did like one stream at lunchtime because I happened to get home early enough, and that was when the Ravens were about to sign Des Bryant. I think we did a live stream then. And shout out to our man Ferris. Man, Ferris must have he must have hit some. He must have hit on some prop bets, because he is coming through. And appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. He said that intro's got signature style that I know. That was popping. Hashtag LBHT crew and Lamar should Kirk Cousins the Ravens. Yes. If they don't want to improve the team, don't sign a long-term deal and get franchise tag, then leave if they don't improve. Yeah, or if they don't want to pay. And shout out to Anonymous, man. Man, I appreciate you guys. Yes. I appreciate you. He says, happy anniversary, LBHT. Thank you so much, you guys. So much. Thank you, man. We really appreciate this love that you guys are showing us, man.
Listen, we did have stuff planned to talk about, but if y'all just want us to read donation messages for the next hour, that'd be cool, too.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.